I'm gonna be doing Victor. I'm gonna be doing a long hair Victor from Yuri on Ice. The look I based my costume off of was off of an illustration right here. So yeah, let's just get to it. I'm starting off with my green base primer to break down my redness because I am a pasty boy. So that means my skin's transparent. And we just want to make sure that we rub in that primer. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my color correctors, and I'm just going to continue in with some of that unredding of my skin. You know, this all could be fixed if I just got a little bit of sun, but you know, that means I have to go outside, and I don't do that really. All right, down here in my little razor burn areas, because I'm a man. Also, I'm going in there, I'm going to be going in with some red color corrector to get rid of my dark circles underneath my eyeballs. Alrighty, and I think that's actually about it. I'll go with my other color correctors for like highlighting and shit. Now, when you use color correctors, don't be scared, because it is going to leave a color residue, but that's the point of it, because it's supposed to block out the underneath color, so you look like a mannequin. Alright, first step is that we're going to go in with our Wet n Wild shade, and I just kind of use this as a base foundation, and I literally just go everywhere. And that should be enough, honestly. I don't use that much of this, because it's really pigmented and it can get cakey really quick. So now we're just gonna buff that all in. Next step for foundation, I use this NYX TV paint stick. And now this is just the areas I go over, like my really red areas on my skin. And I kind of like to bring this one down my neck because I sweat a lot down my neck, and this one will really stay. And the shade I use is a little too light for me, so I like to warm it up with just the shade darker. And like not that much, just, you know, so it blends everywhere here and there. And we buff it. So as we can see, it is actually very nicely blended in, but I like to make sure that these bitches stay. So I like to use this CoverGirl's powder foundation, and I like to use it a lot. And I just grab a big brush and I just swirl it around, and I kind of just use this to, for the first step, set my makeup. I find if you do like layers of makeup, like if you do a powder and a liquid and a cream, it kind of like solidifies together and it doesn't become as cakey. You kind of have to use all three. Now, you may be thinking that we done with the face. No. I want to make sure that this mug stays all day. So I use some coating powder. This is like a transparent color, and I just make sure I have a lot of it, and this is where your makeup's gonna get really messy, but that's okay. Use your damp beauty blender and press it in, and you're just gonna press it in your face. This really makes sure that, like, even if you sweat all day at a convention, you will. This is what makes sure that your makeup doesn't run or move or, you know, leaves you without giving you a 2-month notice. You know. And we're just gonna cake it in, baby. Now this is a part you really want to make sure not to breathe, because you really don't want to breathe in all this loose makeup, because you will get like, I think it's called like clown lung or something. Yeah, so be careful. Don't inhale all this poisonous powder that you put on your face. But yeah, ooh, I missed your spot. See right here? Right here I missed this spot. Real. Alright. So, and I just want to make sure you guys know how dirty this gets. So here you go. Don't be scared, because you is gonna make a mess, girl. You is. And I just like to make sure, like, let's just let this thing bake, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna dust off what's on my eye so I can start working on my eye makeup. And this is just my contour brush. It's just clean, so I don't have a problem using it. Alright. So I think the first things first that we should do is I'm gonna go in with my Jeffree Star palette. And I'm gonna go into the shade China White. And I'm just gonna use this as a all over color to make sure my eyes are very nice and bright. And this is just like a base color. So you don't even really need to worry about, is it even, does it look good? You're just putting this on so colors can pop. I'm going to be using my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette because she's my future wife and I love her. And I'm going to be using the color Blonde to really make sure that like my inner corners of my eyes are bright, because Victor always gets good sleep. I'm going to go into the shade Bathwater with the same brush, don't even worry. The shade Bathwater, and this has more like of a iridescent glowy color. So I like to put that right underneath my eyebrow for my highlight. But I don't want to do like a crazy pop-in highlight because I'm not trying to do like a drag queen look. I'm just making sure I look pretty. Maybe I might go in with a little bit of pop to make it pop. Oh yes. And I think I've let this sit long enough, so now I'm just gonna grab this big powder brush again and I'm just gonna wipe it away. And be careful not to breathe again. Alrighty, so my basic face is done, and now we're gonna get into a little bit of the colors. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna finish my eyeballs. So I'm just gonna do like a very basic, pretty color face. I'm gonna go into the color Courtney, and I'm just gonna put this in my crease. Really just define what we're doing. Oh, see, look at that, I look cute. I'm gonna go into the color Zone. And I'm gonna do kind of like this fake smoky cat eye look. And what I like to do is I just grab like a business card. Anyway, Minneapolis is super cute and gave us these business cards to tell us to use these for makeup wipes. What I like to do is just put it right here against my line. And then we just buff it. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Ooh. And then we're just gonna do the same thing. Now, I don't want it to look like a cat eye. I just kind of want to like make sure it stays in one area. So then I'm just gonna blend this out. You see how this kind of creates like an owl eye effect? Alright, so I'm happy with that. So now we're gonna re-brighten our inner corners of our eyeballs. And I'm gonna go in with Bathwater again. And just really make sure she coated up in there. And I'm just gonna put her all over on top of that lid. And I'm gonna bring Bathwater down here too. But if you get makeup in your eye, it's fine. You just blink it away. So now we're gonna go into our highlight and contouring because I'm really happy with how the eyes look. I don't wanna do too much because there's not really much of a makeup look for this look. It's kind of just natural beauty. I'm gonna go into this Pixie bronzer color, and I'm gonna be saying that's a very dark color for a very pasty boy, and you'd be right. I don't use a lot of this. And the trick for contouring is that you want to just suck in, and where your cheekbone is, you want to just go with that. And I don't like using a lot of contour, I just like doing the little bits. Because again, I'm not doing a drag queen look, so I'm not going to bring it down to my lip. Move that in. Ooh, you see that? Mama got cheekbones. I just find if you use little bits and little bits, it really looks a lot more natural. And you see how it goes right in here? I'm not going to bother about that because I'm going to wear a wig. So who cares? Alright. Honestly, that's it for contouring. I don't really like to do down here because I already have like so much like facial hair down here and it kind of just emphasizes it for me. So I don't really do that much down there. So now I'm going to get into highlighting my face. Now I packed over 6 different highlighters because I like to highlight. I'm going to go with this gold bar. And this is where I'm going to put like underneath my eyebrows, like my eyebrows right here. Just to make sure that we here, I'm obviously queer. And we're going to party. I found this really pretty color, this purple highlight. Ooh, I love using this one. I'm just going to grab my highlighting brush. I just use e.l.f. brushes, by the way. Like, a brush is a brush, to be honest with you. And I like to add it right here, like my temples. Now, when you are a male, you tend to find that you have more textured skin. And what you do to make sure that you look fine is that you do look fine. Just get over it. You're gonna have to just deal with textured skin, honey. And I just cake it in right there. Now, one thing I find kind of annoying with this highlighting is that I kind of have to like break it apart, make sure I get a lot of loose pigments like right here. Then I grab the highlighting brush. Because now I got a lot more product. There we go. Ooh, there we go. I'm beauty, I'm grace. Now, another thing to really make sure that the highlight pops, I have this Lush Frosty Snow. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like a perfume of sorts, but it's really glittery and really like not chalky at all. So I really love using this as a highlighter. And it smells good, dude. Like, why wouldn't you want to?
Oh, you see how she pop? You see how she pop? Boom. Ooh. Boom, boom.
Oh my god, how do I do it? Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, how do I do it? How do I do it? Oh. Alright, and now I'm just going to go in with some mascara. And I really love using this mascara for like super big eyelashes. So I like to start with this one. And then I like to go in with this Revlon all-in-one mascara. And I just love this mascara because its bristle is so small. Look at that, yes. So I can really make sure to get into all the nooks and crannies of the eyelashes. And I have eyelashes. Now I don't do anything with my bottom eyelashes because I think they just kind of look like spider webs. Next is some blush. And I just go in with my highlighting powder because it kind of just blends it all together. And this is a super pinky blush because, as you saw earlier in the description, I have a lot of pink undertone in my skin. So I just kind of buffer in there. I'm going to put a little bit more blush than usual to kind of give that super cold effect. Like, Victor's been in the ice rink for a while. And I kind of just use this to like blend the contour and highlight together. That way it doesn't look like you have Neapolitan on your face. Alright, next order of business is the lips. And I like to make sure I get everything off my lips. I'm going to exfoliate my lips with the Sugar Rub Scrub. And just kind of work it in. What if we did the whole tutorial talking like this, you know? Oh yeah. And then you're just gonna kind of rub it in. And they tell you that you're supposed to use a wet nap to take it off, but honestly, it tastes really good. So I'm just gonna. And now you just dry your lips. And since they're irritated with the sugar scrub, they kind of get a little bit more plump. So I'm gonna be using Jeffree Star's Chrysanthemum. Is that how you pronounce it? I hope it is. Now this color is honestly my 100% perfect nude. It kind of just takes away my lips. It's seriously like the perfect nude. I love this color. And that's pretty much about it. I'm gonna let her kind of sit so that way she dries down. Yeah, I just do a little overdraw. I don't do a lot because I like the shape of my lips. It's kind of weird. Let them dry. And then I'm gonna go in with this Revlon kind of mauve color, and I'm gonna go in the middle of my lips with this one. And that's the look. Oh, and don't forget to use your setting spray, and you're gonna wanna cake this in because you wanna make sure that your makeup doesn't go anywhere because it's gonna be hot in that convention room and it's gonna be muggy and you don't wanna have it go anywhere. And you really wanna make sure you get it everywhere. Because, oh honey, you really want to make sure that she is in there. And I think that's about it for the makeup department. Yeah. What did I start? I started at 9:30, and what time is it? Yeah, it only took about an hour. Not bad. Well, yeah, you go. That is the look. Now let's get into a nice full body of the costume.